What the fuck is up? Holy shit. I haven't been online in, you know, a long time. You know, I certainly wasn't online yesterday, and I definitely didn't start stream and then realize there was like a super important errand I needed to run, and then I needed to stop stream immediately and then pretend stream never happened. None of that happened. That was all your imagination. At any rate, so I'm back, and we're gonna try this fun, clever indie game thing. There it is. We're actually gonna need music. This game is so sophisticated that it has no sound, so we'll have to make our own sounds. But anyway, yeah, I thought it'd be fun to play a couple of just indie games that I find interesting, just fun little finds that I've done over the years. This game, I went through a period where I was, I don't know, just kind of depressed, I guess. And so I just started downloading like random, like anytime the App Store would like recommend me like a shitty mobile game, I would just download it and actually play it. And you know, they were all just garbage. Anytime that I saw like an ad for another shitty mobile game in a shitty mobile game, I would like download that. So I ended up with like dozens and dozens and dozens of these on my phone. At some point, the App Store recommended me this game, and I was like, holy crap, this is actually good. This is the first time this has happened. So we are going to jump in and check it out. I think we want game full screen, probably. It appears that we do, yes. Can I make iTunes appear? Yeah, that kind of works. So we're actually just going to keep the intro music just kind of playing in the background while we play. And that should work. Hopefully that's not too loud. I don't think it is. I got my voice dialed in pretty good here, so. One thing, and I'm sure that there's got to be some mod or plugin or some shit that I just haven't researched or found. I would really, really love to see a fucking master fader in, or like a master channel in OBS that shows, here's all the audio combined, here's how loud it is, here is a master fader that you can turn up and down. That would be super helpful, rather than this sort of like individually adjusting sources thing. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So this game's called Seedship, and I would say probably the oh, that's just a color scheme. I don't care. I think I have. No, there is no zoom. Oh, there is zoom, but I've already kind of set it up the way I wanted, so that should be fine. Cool. So I'll just kind of let the game itself explain what's going on here. So yes, we would love to overwrite the save game. Also, I want to. Here we go. We want this song. There we go. This is like appropriate soundtrack for this game. All right, confirm. And when they knew the Earth was doomed, they built a ship. Less like an ark, more like a seed, dormant but with potential. In its heart, 1,000 colonists in frozen sleep, chosen and trained to start civilization again on a new world. To control the ship, they created an artificial intelligence. It was called Grok. No, I'm just kidding. Not human, but made to think and feel like one, so definitely not Grok. Because only something that thought and felt like a human could be entrusted with the future of the human race. Its task is momentous but simple: to evaluate each planet the ship encounters and decide whether to keep searching or end its journey there. As the ship's solar sails propel it faster and faster into the darkness, and the AI listens as the transmissions from ground control fade and then cease. When all is quiet, it enters hibernation to wait out the final stage of its long journey. Getting a little ASMR here. After millennia of slow travel, the Seedship AI awakes. Hoping against hope, it trains its receiver on the direction of Earth's sun, but it is as silent as any of the other myriad dead stars. Save for the 1,000 frozen colonists, cradled in its shielding and life support systems, the human race is now extinct. You might say the human race is now a race against time. Alright, so systems check, okay. Any damage or malfunctions during the journey should have woken the AI from its hibernation, but it is still anxious as it runs its self-diagnostic programs. The sleep chambers are all functioning, the colonists within them alive, or at least capable of being revived from their frozen stasis. Sensors functioning, surface probes responding. Landing and construction systems ready for the one time they will be used. Scientific and cultural databases intact, safely storing all that remains of humanity's knowledge and art. I'm betting there's like My Little Pony like inflation fetish art on there, I'm sure. Because, that's definitely art. All right, so, you kind of get the gist of it. The name of the game here is you visit a planet, you scan the planet, and then you determine whether the planet is suitable for everyone or not. And then, any number of factors. So let's go ahead and scan. Oh boy, okay. The Seedship is in orbit of the first planet of an ultra-cool dwarf star. Even a brief scan from orbit reveals far more information than its builders could know with their Earth orbit-based telescopes. But the AI has little use for scientific curiosity. It has only one concern: whether this planet would make a suitable new home for the human race. Okay, so yes, this planet has no atmosphere, very little gravity, it's extremely cold, no water, and very low resources. There are there is a moon, and geological anomalies. So you do have the option of using one of these limited surface probes to further scan the planet. And it usually reveals what this is, or just some other information. It does not change any of these variables. So this right here says, okay, no, we're not going to do this. Hold on. I wonder if I should. Does that make more sense? Yeah. There. I think that's better because now everything is all on one screen. Okay. All right. So we have the option of founding a colony or moving on. So we're going to move on. The AI judges the first planet to be unsuitable. It turns its scanners away, spreads its solar sails, and begins another long journey through the void. Escape to the void, perhaps. The next star chosen by the guidance system is on the other side of a great void, with no stars for dozens of light years. The AI hibernates for the millennia-long journey through utter emptiness. The Seedship enters orbit of the second planet of a white dwarf star. The star is part of a binary pair, and its main sequence combination shines as a distant second sun. So this planet has no anomalies. Very, very mediocre sort of loadout here. There is an ice-covered surface, so, it kind of has water. But this is all telling me, nah, this is not very hospitable for humans. We probably don't want to burn a probe just yet, because this is sort of also mildly a resource management game, in the sense that you're trying to, keep things going as long as you possibly can. Oh, hey, Red and Gills, what's up? This game is a wonderful. Was a wonderful find on the App Store. Maybe the only good thing on the App Store. All right, we're not going to found colony. We're going to move on. It does also remind me a lot of like some of the old like Sierra text adventure type games from the 80s, so that also really speaks to me. Okay. The AI wakes to a wall of blinding brightness. The Seedship's course has taken it close to a giant or supergiant star that has proved to be far hotter than the guidance system anticipated. Sort of like me. And the ship is gathering heat faster than the radiator fins can radiate it away. The AI must shut down a part of the heat regulation system before the entire system catastrophically fails. Shut down a part of the... So, essentially, you kind of just have to choose one of these things. You're gonna take a ding on one of these aspects of your ship, or possibly scanners. So, sleep chambers, obviously, you're gonna lose people. Scanner, you're gonna lose capacity to evaluate new planets. Landing and construction is kind of important because that's the initial colony. And obviously data storage. I think that also has some effect on whether or not you establish a successful colony. I'm sort of inclined to sort of punt the madness down the road. So we'll let a couple of like Amy Winehouse albums get deleted forever. So. It's actually scientific, so, that's actually, that -5% is actually the germ theory of disease. That's now gone. Aaron Rodgers was right. The AI channels this excess heat into the data storage module. The heat regulation system recovers as the ship moves away from the superhot star, but not before the heat has damaged the scientific database. Okay. Oh man, we are really not doing well with these rolls for planets here. Man. Seedship enters orbit of the second moon, blah blah blah. This planet's orbit is at an angle, suggesting it might be the extrasolar capture or the victim of an unimaginably violent primordial collision. Violent primordial collision is actually the next Cannibal Corpse album. So once again, I think this is a very easy decision. We're just gonna skip. All right. Seedship is gathering more data about extrasolar planets than its builders could give it. It is designed to learn from this data in order to predict which stars are likely to have desirable planets. The Seedship has now gathered enough data to upgrade one of its sensors to work at interstellar distances, so the guidance system can avoid planets that the sensor reveals to be undesirable. Ooh, okay. Damage to the sensor may result in the Seedship arriving at an unsuitable planet. So you basically get a choice here. You can upgrade one of your scanners to basically weed out the worst of the worst. And I played this game enough back, 3 years ago that I actually had a pretty decent strategy for this. And I cannot remember what I used to do. I sort of feel like if we're gonna rank these, I don't mean to bring Maslow into this, but if we're gonna rank these, I'd probably say water. Well, no, I guess atmosphere. I guess you die of not breathing before you die of not drinking. So, we'll go for atmosphere. All right. Weaves a complex course through the star's overlapping gravitational fields. All right. The system is in an area of dense interstellar dust which hides most of the brightness of the Milky Way. All right, so this one is a very solid potential, I would say. So, atmosphere, high gravity, that could be a problem. It's cold, and there's ice caps, but rich in resources. So these two things seem good. There's a moon and there's vegetation. So let's launch the service probe. I think this is a good one to burn a service probe on, because this might be a wow. The surface probe confirms the readings of the ship's orbital scanners. Fun. Also, where did my surface features go? Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Approaches the planet, scans the planet's moon, finds that it is a recently captured asteroid in an unstable orbit. In a few decades, the moon will come close enough to the planet to break up. The surface will be bombarded with fragments. So it has an unstable moon. Edible plants. So, yeah, so this would be like a decent colony for, what, 50 years, and then everyone would be super toast. So, probably, I think we're probably going to say no to this one. Too close to another super hot star, and the AI must choose which module it will allow to overheat. Yep, this is classic. So I think we already did. Well, actually, we don't get to choose this time. Data storage could just be scientific or cultural. Landing or construction scanner. Again, I sort of feel like we're sort of punting the damage down the road here a little bit, but we'll go with landing and construction. And that's actually a pretty decent roll. -3. We're still in great shape. The heat regulation system recovers as the ship moves away from the super hot star, but not before the heat has damaged the landing system. Blue supergiant star. A small black hole orbits the star, pulling a thin streamer of star stuff from the surface, which spirals into nothing. So there is no water, no resources, extremely high gravity, but then so this is like 2 very good and 3 very bad. And there is vegetation, animal life, and possible structures. So we're not going to land here, but I am going to burn a service probe because I do want to see what's down here. Finds that it is devoid of useful minerals. The plants are poisonous. Numerous animals, neither useful nor harmful. Nice. Okay, so this is the first time we've encountered an alien civilization. Probe investigates an area of regular plant growth and finds that it is being deliberately cultivated by one species using sophisticated stone tools. The most powerful nations are ruled by priest kings who strictly control the flow of knowledge, leaving the general population ignorant and illiterate. The United States in 10 years. Not to get super political. It does say in the rules no politics, so oops. I think we're good. I don't think we want to send our people into a Stone Age theocracy. That seems like a bad idea. The AI wakes on a query from the automatic guidance system. Normally, the system is able to analyze the data from the navigation sensors and make any necessary changes to the ship's course. But this time it has encountered readings it cannot make sense of and has woken the AI to make a decision. Oh boy, a decision. Time to choose, Mr. Freeman. According to some sensors, there is something ahead on the ship's course, but according to others, the course ahead is clear. If there is something there, it is close enough that avoiding it would mean changing course and arriving at a new system. Oh, interesting. The benefit of the upgraded scanners. I think we'll stay on course and we'll see what happens. Oh, well. There you go. Give me something good, please. Shit. Okay. This is actually solid. We got all yellow. And they were all yellow. So we'll hit this one with a probe. Poison it. A planet-wide ocean with poisonous plants. I guess that's like poisonous seaweed. Numerous animals. Ooh, useful. So basically, these people would be living in floating cities, avoiding the like noxious seaweed and like hunting whales, which would be kind of a cool colony. But I think we can do better. We're still really keeping it rolling. Enough data to upgrade sensors. Okay, so I think now I would argue water is probably the next most important thing. Or the other thing is you can double down and say, okay, I only want planets. You can keep upgrading the same scanner and then getting better and better results from that one thing. But I prefer to generally spread it out. So, water. From the medical monitoring system, which colonist finds there's no problem and the alert was a glitch. Nevertheless, the AI spends some time watching its sleeping charges, reassuring itself that they are all alive, before it joins them again in sleep. The Seedship enters orbit of the fifth planet of a red dwarf star. The system is close to a star-forming region, which is visible as a glowing cloud that fills half the sky. Alright, so we've got a bad, too good, and too medium. But given that there are three anomalies, because there's geological anomalies, so we're going to burn another probe. Burn the probe. Wow. That sucks. Unstable geology. I guess it's oceans. It doesn't mean planet-wide oceans, because that's like, okay, they're earthquakes. I guess an ocean-wide, or a planet-wide ocean with earthquakes would be also really, really bad, now that I think about it. So, fair enough. Poisonous plants, okay, fair enough. And just kind of mediocre animal life. So, that's going to be not a bingo. Seedship's course takes it through a dense, star-forming nebula. Hundreds of infant suns illuminate clouds of interstellar gas and fill the sky with riotous color. Clouds twist through complex gravitational interference patterns and glitter with the heavy elements formed in the death throes of the last generation of stars. The scanners were not designed to deal with this level of input, and it is threatening to overwhelm them. If the AI continues to use the scanners to navigate, it can tell that the gravity scanner will be damaged. Oh, I see. Shutting off the scanners, however, would leave the Seedship vulnerable to collisions in this crowded area of space. So, oh boy. In other words, we're going to definitely take damage to one or take damage to a random other thing. Is probably what's happening here. Oh boy. Screw it. What could be worse? We lost some cultural database. So, you know. War and Peace, just gone forever. Seedship enters orbit of the ninth planet of a red supergiant star. The star's light reflects off a nearby nebula. Atmosphere marginal, so we've got no resources though, and very cold. So that seems like, as much as I like this, the fact that we're actually getting decent rolls on these anomalies, I think this is an automatic reject. Uh-oh. Damn. Sleep chambers can keep colonists frozen and capable of revival for thousands of years, but not forever. Medical monitoring program awakes the AI to report that 59 colonists have died in their sleep. Damn. There's orbit, and that's some of the events are just random, and you have no choice, and it kind of eats away at your chances. So we've got edge of the galaxy. The universe appears split between a wall of darkness and a wall of light. So this one seems. Maybe not a little bit. this one seems pretty bad, just right off the bat. So, alright, upgrade another sensor. Gravity, temperature, resources. How about temperature? Another star farm. God damn it. Atmosphere scanner. So we're going to lose our thingamabob. Oh, that hurt so bad. That's bad. That's really bad. And we actually spent the time to upgrade it. So I probably should have taken the random damage to something else. Because what's going to happen is, yeah, sometimes the scan is going to fail now. And we just have no idea. We have to burn a probe. So that's one that I kind of forgot, is you probably don't actually want to burn probes early on, specifically to avoid this. Star's light reflects off a nearby nebula. I'm going to say no. The AI wakes to find the Seedship's course is curving sharply through the darkness of space, as if caught in the gravity well of a star. The source of the gravity isn't visible, but there is only one thing: it could be a black hole. It is already too late to escape the gravity well without pushing the engine way past its safety limit, which could damage any of the ship's systems. Alternatively, the AI calculates that ejecting 4 sleep chambers would lighten the ship enough that the engine's normal thrust could take it out of danger. Ooh, so we got to sacrifice 4 people. We've already lost some people. I kind of feel like we just go ahead. That's such a small number that I think we're just going to go ahead and do it. And, you never know. Maybe they entered the black hole without being torn to shreds by the gravity, and maybe they're just living on the other side with Matthew McConaughey now. Probably not, but you never know. All right, red dwarf star. Man, I'm really just not feeling a lot of these. Like we're like consistently striking out on the ones that we're just rolling by random chance. This is like buckshot roulette all over again. Oh no! Oh my god! 118 more colonists have died in their sleep. So this is becoming a real concern. Because I guess nothing gets repaired in this game, but that's kind of probably the most important resource. One of dozens orbiting a massive black hole. Looms like a malevolent eye. Yeah, we gotta keep moving. Fuck. And we really probably don't want to spend one of these upgrading the atmosphere scanner again, because it's already pretty significantly damaged. So I'm inclined to just hit resources and then, oh my god. Nice. Okay, so you actually do have a chance to roll no damage on this. So that's actually not a terrible choice there. So, yeah, we rolled the lowest possible thing on all 4 of these, and then very bad. So, keep going. Micrometeorite. Traveling with enough velocity to pierce the Seedship's armor like a bullet. It hits the resources scanner, sending fragments of machinery glittering into space. Dense asteroid belt, which appears as a throng of stars moving slowly across the sky. This one seems like this might have a chance. We've got breathable atmosphere, oceans. It is cold and there's not a lot of resources, but we've got all of this stuff going for us. So let's try it and see. Okay, that sucks. Bad earthquakes. Really? Yeah, it's not edible or poisonous. High-tech ruins. Advanced, some of them which are still functioning, and scientific databases that could be decoded. So this is our first, this is, I would argue, the first like, actually somewhat difficult decision, I would actually give this colony a pretty solid chance. With high-tech ruins to kind of offset. We actually have tons and tons of data left still. The construction systems are almost completely intact. We've mostly taken damage to the scanners, which I don't think actually affects the colony very much. We have lost a crap ton of colonists. So... Alright. So, thinking about this, I really don't know. I guess this one is a problem because this will definitely affect the colony and affect, like, all of that stuff. 2 reds, I would kind of like to maybe have no reds, so I think we're going to keep going, especially since this is the first playthrough. Seedship's course takes it close to a newly formed star that is still surrounded by a protoplanetary disk. A whirling chaos of incandescent gas and molten rocks that the young star's gravity has gathered from a star-forming cloud, which is now undergoing the countless violent collisions that will eventually form it into a planetary system. There could be no home for humanity here, but passing through the disk would give the AI enough data about the planet formation to upgrade one of its scanners. It is a dangerous region, however, and passing through would risk collision. So I think we're going to take the risk. And we got it. So now we're going to get basically only planets with, like, decent resources. So that's pretty sweet. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is... We got geological, vegetation, animal life, and structures, and a moon. Only one bad thing. So this is definitely a surface probe. Alright. That's fine. Damn it, more horrible earthquakes. Damn it. Useful animals. Oh my god, okay. Finds that they are cities inhabited by an intelligent species with an industrial level of technology. Most of the natives live in small nations which devote much of their resources to fighting wars with one another. Ooh, boy. Unfortunately, I sort of feel like settlements and signs of intelligence. There seems that there's no part of the planet untouched by the native civilization. So, yeah, planet-spanning civilization. So basically, if we land here, we're just gonna go right into the middle of this. And we're gonna have to integrate into their society and fight wars and stuff. So that isn't necessarily the worst thing. But again, we're going to be fighting horrible wars and having terrible earthquakes all the time. It's, you know. And then also low gravity. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to pass this one up. Seedship has got enough data to upgrade another sensor. Man, we're really fucking nailing these. So, yeah, let's upgrade the gravity. And then, oh my god. Medium priority alert. There's a structural weakness in the gravity scanner caused by the incessant wear of thousands of years of travel. The system is still intact for the moment. But when the Seedship decelerates into the next system, the vibration will shake important components loose. Attempts to reinforce it using a service probe. That is a problem. So we're just going to go ahead and take the L there, unfortunately. So now's the problem, is that we've actually put a lot of stuff into upgrading all these scanners, but now they're starting to fail. So the better you get, and then you end up whiffing on some of these. Marginal, high, hot, planet-wide ocean rich. Another one where there is electromagnetic activity. Interesting. God, I really hate to keep burning probes. But there's no reds. we literally can't get reds anymore. Alright, we'll do it. Barren moon, plant life, animals, atomic age, post-nuclear wasteland. Oh, so it's literally Fallout world. Oh, man. Man, this is actually kind of a tough call. Like, I think this would be a very funny choice. I don't think I ever have gotten this one before in this game, so... you know what? We'll do it. This will be our first colony, so let's do it. The decision is the culmination of the AI's existence, and it cannot make it lightly. Founding a colony will end the Seedship's journey, making this planet humanity's new home. Confirm. Oh shit. The damaged landing system, it suffers damage when it splashes down into the planet-wide ocean. The surviving colonists wake from their sleep chambers and survey their new home. The ship floats on the surface of a calm ocean that stretches to the horizon of a pale blue sky. They build a memorial to the 185 colonists who did not survive the journey and named their new world Thalassa, because all its land is sunk beneath a planet-wide ocean. Ooh. Oh, you can actually change the name of the planet. Oh, that's cute. I love it. The colonists begin constructing the settlement. I just realized this is Fallout World with a planet-wide ocean, so that's even weirder. Settlement with the aid of the Seedship's damaged construction robots. They can leave the ship wearing minimal breathing gear and protective clothing to withstand the scorching heat, but a breathing gear failure leads to one colonist asphyxiating and one more dies of overheating when their cooling systems fail. They harness some of the planet's powerful native animals as beasts of burden, i.e. giant freaking whales, making work in the high gravity easier. They build their settlement on a floating platform which filters to extract water from the planet-wide ocean, but water shortages kill 3 colonists, okay? The planet is rich in metals and other resources, and the damaged scientific database contains much information on how to make use of them. The colonists managed to maintain a level of technology equivalent to that of Earth when the Seedship was launched. As colonists expand their initial settlement, they must find a way to share their new home with its native inhabitants, with the surviving historical information in the cultural database to guide them. The similarity in technological level between the colonists and the natives make relations easier, although the natives' culture makes them hostile towards the alien newcomers. Conflicts escalate into a war that ends with the humans enslaving the natives. Oh boy, we really did a number on this planet. Holy shit. Although parts of the cultural database are missing, it still contains much historical information to instruct the colonists in the building of their society and much art and literature to inspire them. The losses sustained by the colonists make building a new society more difficult. The surviving cultural database is preserved in digital files to which all colonists have access. The colonists lay the foundation... The colonists lay the foundation of a democracy, but it proves vulnerable to corruption, and wealthy individuals become a de facto ruling class. Huh. Interesting. Thalassa's calm ocean stretches to the horizon, a pale blue sky. The colonists live in squat cities of steel and glass, with buildings sealed against the planet's harsh environment on platforms floating on the planet-wide ocean. Poverty, exploitation, and crime are rife, and the corrupt elected government does little to alleviate them. Much of the labor in human communities is performed by a downtrodden alien slave caste that is all that remains of the planet's native civilization. In the first city stand monuments to the 185 colonists who did not survive the journey, the 5 more who died building the first settlement, and the Seedship AI that gathered humanity to its new home. Guided, not gathered. Wow. So, man, these the like natives of this planet really had a freaking the opposite of a glow up. They built a civilization like advanced enough to have nuclear weapons. They killed most of themselves in a nuclear war, lived in Fallout World. Then we came along and were like, guess what's better than Fallout World? Us just like you being our slaves. And then we have a horrible oligarchy. And it's great for everyone. I do love that Nations Enslaved is a -1000. Give me 1 second. I just heard a sound in the other room and I need to make sure everything is cool. Okay. I'm back. That was just Mr. Atari in the other room being weird. And I opened the door to let him in, so hopefully he'll be well behaved enough that I can that he will not disrupt the stream. Anyways, so yeah, we kind of struck out a little bit on the planet. We went with a bunch of mediums and one good. So, I mean, your max score for planet would be 2,500, right? We did well, generally pretty well with the colonists. We did well with technology, but we definitely enslaved everyone, so that's a big demerit. The final culture of a corrupt democracy. So, yeah, I would say this is like a medium to decent score. Let's try again. So the cool thing is this game saves your past playthroughs, and then you have this nice little fun leaderboard here that you can have a look at, and you can actually go back and look at your previous scores. So that's pretty fun. All right, so let's play another round or two. Let's see if we can do any better. All right. Yep, we know. I'm not going to read all this again. All right, let's do our first system check. All right, we've got non-breathable, oh boy, electromagnetic activity. That's fine. We'll go ahead and move on. Oh, let's take away the BRB. Oopsie. All right. Do. Da 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 da. Oh, here's the kitty snuggles. So I know I don't have a camera on, but Atari has this thing where he when I'm in here in my stream room, he comes in, he jumps up in my lap, and he sits down, and he looks at me, and then he looks at me, and then he just turns his body upside down with like no consideration for whether or not I will catch him, and then like is just upside down in preparation for belly snuggles or belly rubs. He's a weirdo. Did the damage to the cultural center result in the corrupt democracy? I think that is possible. I don't remember all the criteria that affects that. I think I would guess probably yes, and that the cultural database has some effect on it, and probably like if you have a 100%, you're maybe more likely to roll, but not necessarily guaranteed to roll a really good like form of government. So let's take another. Oh no, a toxic atmosphere. So you step outside the ship and just Britney Spears is there singing the whole time, and you're like, this song's actually okay, but you know, maybe not all the time. All right. Rogue asteroid on a collision course with the ship. Failed to avoid it and has woken the AI to make the split-second decision of how to deal with the impact. The asteroid is about to hit the resources scanner. There's no time to avoid it entirely, but if you rotate the ship, it will instead hit the water scanner. Okay, so you're basically just deciding which of these. I think the resource scanner is the correct one, although, yikes, we rolled a very high damage there, so that is a problem right off the bat. There are no resources here, so let's just skippity-skip. Seedship is gathering more data, blah, blah, blah. This is our first chance to upgrade. Yeah, I would say let's just do the atmosphere scanner again. It is a black hole. Oh, man. So last time we rolled 4 sleep chambers. Now we rolled 25. So I'm going to say we're just going to take random damage somewhere else. She feels as if shaking itself apart. It's fine that the builders gave the engine a generous safety margin and it's caused no damage. We actually rolled no damage. So I'd say, hell yeah. We hit that 8-leg parlay on the NFL wildcard weekend, which you should totally do because you should gamble all the time forever and waste all of your money on bullshit. Anyway. Okay. This one's pretty obviously bad, so we're going to skippity-skip. A death burst of a silent distant supernova is flooding the ship's electronics with random signals. Construction system malfunctioning. In a few moments, it would be permanently damaged. Could avoid the malfunction by shutting down all the electronics. We're leaving for a dangerous... Ooh, okay, so once again, we're choosing between guaranteed damage to one thing or random damage somewhere else, or potentially no damage. Oh, man. I'm going to say no. And, -3 is not bad. I will say, landing and construction, if you get below, I would say like 80, that becomes like a major problem. And you have a pretty high chance of like having a failed colony. A malevolent eye. All right. Another supergiant star. So we're picking what to let overheat. I'm going to argue that we probably want data storage. So we lost some scientific data. So we just no longer know how to pasteurize milk. Or, maybe we'll make a fictional movie, or a movie about a fictional meeting between Louis Pasteur and Louis Braille, and it'll be called Louis Louis. Seedship enters the orbit of the ninth planet of a red dwarf star. The system is part of a dense star cluster, and the sky is awash with light. Skip. All right, more upgrades. So we're definitely upgrading resources last because we just have a fairly decent chance of it failing every time. So we're going to not do that. Whirling chaos of blah, blah, blah. It's a dangerous region. Risk collision. I think we're going to go ahead and try it again because we kind of, sort of a risk it biscuit kind of thing. Yikes. Oh boy. Oh boy. So we actually did upgrade the atmosphere scanner, but at the cost of the gravity scanner not working a third of the time. So once again, skip. Oh, geez, another black hole. Jesus. And we actually made it out again without taking damage. So, woof. Oh, I just realized the music stopped. Let's go ahead and shuffle that playlist again and then maybe put repeat on so that it doesn't stop. There we go. It's a little weird to not have music going during this because this game has no sound. Yeah, there it is. Oh boy, alright, this one is second planet, interstellar dust. So we've got a fuck ton of anomalies. We have 5 anomalies. We have green, 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 yellow. So I say launch the probe. We're actually saving our probes. And that is another green. This is almost guaranteed. Unless we roll red on every single thing, we're probably going to found the colony here, which is super early. So we got a barren moon. God dang it. Plant life, sure. Dangerous animals. High-tech ruins. Okay. Let's just go for it. Let's just see what happens. We're doing it. We're doing it. Splashes down gently into the ocean off the shore of one of the planet's continents. Colonists awake from their sleep chambers and survey their new home. Forests of alien vegetation stretch away beneath a blue sky. They named their new world Paucity because of its lack of mineral resources. That is very, very funny. So we're going to leave it as Paucity because that's very funny. Also, I feel like white parents that are like thinking way too hard would name their like kid Paucity. Much like Ray Farty. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of the Seedship's damaged construction robots. They can leave the ship without breathing gear, wearing light clothing and the comfortable temperatures. They can move easily under the Earth like gravity. Oh boy. Oh no. Whoa. Yeah, we are in deep shit, actually. This is probably not going to work. They build their settlement near a river that flows into one of the planet's oceans with the marginal water they need. Earthquakes kill 176 colonists before they can complete structures that can withstand them. The colonists manage to keep the planet's relentlessly hostile animals at bay, but 279 colonists are killed before the perimeter fence is secured. So we basically rolled the worst impossible numbers here, and it's gonna fuck us over really hard. With the settlement complete and food supply secured, colonists mount an expedition to the nearby ruins. The explorers find advanced alien machines, some of them still functioning. First engineering these machines will advance their science beyond the level that Earth's civilization had reached when the Seedship was launched. The planet is poor in metals and other things. Scientific database consists of wealth of information, how to make use of what there is. Wow. Colonists fail to maintain their advanced computers, but continue to use simpler electronics and machines. Cultural database contains a wealth of blah, blah, blah. And a vast library of art. The losses sustained make building a new society more difficult. Is resolved attempt to build a democratic capitalist society, but the government becomes a pawn of wealthy corporations, which rule the planet for their owners' benefit. Oh boy. I feel like we can't stop with the fucking social commentary here. It actually did pretty well. Paucity's alien forests stretch away beneath a blue sky. The colonists live in cities of steel and concrete beneath the planet's open sky, besides rivers that flow into the planet's oceans. Bury me in concrete, turn me into a street. The cities are dominated by the headquarters of wealthy corporations that rule the population for their owners' enrichment. In the cities stand monuments to the 455 colonists who died building the first settlement and the Seedship AI that guided humanity to its new home. So yeah, we nailed it in only 8 planets, and we actually did end up with a higher score. So we ended up with an atomic age corporate dystopia. But the ruins helped. We really got screwed over by the... but, we landed with 1,000 colonists, and then, a bunch of them basically got, in some cases, literally fed to the wolves. That's actually pretty solid. That's actually a much better score than the last time. I'm trying to remember. I still have this installed on my phone, so I might look at what some of my high scores there. Hey, Moroku, what's up, man? Yeah, yikes at the political commentary. Right. Yeah, this is really funny. There are some other very funny endings to this game. We'll see if we can get a few more. I'm gonna try, since you get the gist of it now, I'm gonna play through this a little bit quicker, and we'll see how it goes. Blah blah blah. Ship. The ship is a seed, etc. It is run by the AI girlfriend app Replica. Where, she'll just sometimes forgets that she's in love with you, and then you have to pay in order to be loved again. Hoping against hope. It trains its receiver, direction of Earth's sun, blah, blah, blah. Human race now extinct. Fun. Alright, I think we're good. Let's check out this first planet and see what's up. Maybe it's Captain Planet. Fapton. Oh my god. Wow. I'm almost tempted to found a colony here just to see how bad it would go. I can't remember the last time I rolled a whatever it is, quintuple red. Let's take a look at that surface. And it has dangerous... Okay. We're not going to get this opportunity again. Let's just send the 1,000 colonists to their death right now. I want to see how bad this is. So, I'm so sorry. It's a text-based game, and yet somehow I feel empathy for these fictional characters. So, oh boy, okay. Perfectly still, flat landscape stretched away beneath a black star-studded sky. They named their world Scorcha because of the extreme heat. Oh boy, all right, here we go. They can leave the ship in bulky environment suits that protect them. The suit failures, 126 die. to asphyxia. 142 more die, and the shelters melt in the heat. The crushing gravity, 126 are killed when partially completed buildings collapse. The tiny amount of water shortages kill 151. Oh boy, so half of them are dead. All right. They mount an expedition. 218 more die in the dangerous ruins. Planet is... Oh boy. Stone and wood tools. The planet cannot sustain human life without technological before their blah blah blah. Insulated habitats genetically engineer their descendants to survive in the very high gravity. Oh boy. Wealth of blah blah. Here we go. Make building a society more difficult. So we have lost most of our cultural and stuff. Colony develops into a slave state in which the bulk of the population toil to build great gold monuments to their emperors or die fighting in their wars. Much of the surviving knowledge of Earth is lost, as the emperors preserve only what they can use to prop up their rule. Oh my god. Oh, this is so bad. Wow. And actually, the funny part is that we actually did end up, like, the colony actually did, because if you end up in a really, really bad state later on, sometimes the colony will just fail and everyone dies. Normally that happens when, like, this stuff gets fucked up. So we found this so early that we actually ended up fine. But yeah, no, really the vast majority of our score just comes from the fact that we landed with 1,000 colonists and then just, you know, just sent them all to just burn alive. Neolithic technology in a slave-based empire, and yeah, that was rough. I like almost feel bad about that. But on the other hand, you know, you get a sense of how bad it can go. Oh man, let's try it again. Not human, but made to think and feel like one. So, you know, it's actually the, it's actually Canva's image generation tool. And, you know, it generates pictures of, like, I don't know, monkey fighting snakes on a Monday to Friday plane. Oh, goodness. Okay. That joke's never gonna get old. From wife, burnt like a chicken nugget. You know, even so, I still love myself. Alright. Systems check. Let's do our first systems check. We're gonna actually try this time. And we're gonna try to do a really, really long one. And see if we can go like 30 plus planets. And see how far we can get. Because eventually the scanners get so damaged that they just kind of become useless. But if you're really, really, really choosy with your probes, then you can use probes to kind of fill in the gaps towards the end there, and that's probably the optimal strategy, so we're going to try it. So here's the first planet. That's a no. No thank you. You know, it is funny, when I was, I don't know, maybe 12, I actually wrote a short story that had or actually no, it was supposed to be a novel that I never finished, but I was writing a story that was that was like essentially almost like very, very similar to the plot of this, where it was a spaceship full of colonists, except in my story, it was like an administrative, like a navigation error, and then they arrived at what was supposed to be their target planet, and there was just nothing. So they basically had to do this. Anyway. Alright. Rogue asteroid. We can hit the construction system or the water scanner. I think we always take the non-scanner choice. That is a massive problem. That is a very high damage roll. This is another terrible, terrible thing. You know, you can't breathe, but there's like tons of tons of iron ore everywhere. So, you know, Earth in 30 years. Oh boy. Micrometeorite. Hits the landing system. Wow, so we're gonna struggle when we eventually establish our colony. Those are very, very bad early rolls. So these things are not looking great. I'm gonna say no. We're gonna upgrade, I think, the atmosphere scanner again. That seems like the thing. Allow it to hit the freaking gravity scanner. Fast-moving comet, large comet. Could avoid it, but then we hit one of the smaller fragments. Yeah. But it's the temperature scanner instead. That's at least a decent roll, so. Alright, we'll take it. So this is actually not terrible, but now we're looking at no resources, so I think we can do better. Ooh, anxiously checks the colonists. Reassuring itself that they are all alive. The Seedship enters the orbit. Star-forming region. So, it is very low gravity and very cold. And no resources. So, and it's an ice, planet. So, it's Phendrana Drifts from Metroid. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and hit that disc again. Yeah, there it is. I think we upgraded the water scanner for free. Okay. Do. The star is part of a binary pair. And its red supergiant companion shines as a distant second sun. Anyway, sorry. I think we're gonna skip. We've got more. Oh my god, it's playing this song again. It's like the third time we've heard this song tonight. I need to write more like mediocre instrumental music to serve as background noise, or maybe just turn them all into like 6-minute long jams that go on for way too long. Gravity, temperature, resources. Yeah, what do you guys think? If you're gonna choose between gravity, temperature, and resources, what would you pick? Or do you want just a guarantee of a good atmosphere? I don't know. Sort of mulling that over in my head. I think I have yeah, I guess resources really means like more like mineral type resources and not necessarily food. I think we go with temperature. Alright, the water scanner. Boy, can we afford more hits to the landing system? On the other hand, I just upgraded. I think we have to. Yeah, yikes. That sucks. Okay, so these are 3 greens. I think that's a green. I'm kind of colorblind, but and there's vegetation. So I think this is definitely a surface probe. Outstanding beauty. Poisonous plants. Damn, that is... Man, I'm having a really tough time turning this one down. Especially since we had such bad early rolls. I know I said we were going to do a super long game here, but I think I was not anticipating actually rolling a really good planet this early, so we're going to try it. Suffer some damage. Surviving colonists wake up. Forests of alien vegetation stretch away beneath a pale blue sky. They name their new world Garden. because of its lush plant life. They can lead the ship. Oh boy. Yeah. The plant life just kills a bunch of people. That's a problem. Rich in metals, damaged scientific database, and to maintain a level of technology equivalent to Earth. Parts of the cultural database. Oh, nice. Work together to build an egalitarian society in which technology takes care of people's material needs, freeing them to pursue lives of art, leisure, and spiritual fulfillment. So this is what is it? Luxury, fully automated luxury, gay space communism. So hell yeah, this is our first 10,000. This is a very good score. Yeah, they spend their time pursuing art, leisure, and spiritual fulfillment while automatic machines take care of their material needs. So, like, you know, if you need to shit, there's a machine that does that for you. Yeah, we've got 7 planets, and we actually rolled a really sick one. That sucked. The poisonous plants really fucked us over, but everything else basically went perfect. Information age, post-scarcity utopia. Like, these people, like, we lost a few people in the outset, but the rest of the folks that lived are fucking living the life. I'm curious if this game still has, I kind of want to get off screen just in case it's weird. Oh, there also are no featured products on that site, so, damn. I actually would like a t-shirt of this game. I think that would be kind of cool. But I suppose anyone can make a black t-shirt with, like, Arial font on it. Anyway. Yeah, this game is, like, I don't know, more than 4 years old, and the guy, actually probably should give some proper credit for this. This game was made and posted on itch.io by a guy named John Aliff, who does have other games. Here you go. Oops. Sorry, I don't really have a good way to show that without showing my rest of my browser window, so. But anyway, yeah, John Aliff, he has another game called Beyond the Chiron Gate, which I have not had a chance to look at. That is a game that is $10. And it is a text-based space exploration roguelike, so, you know, pretty similar. Yeah, let's do like one more playthrough, and we'll see how far we get. So, I'd say we've done pretty well. Obviously, I mean, really, the only one that was really bad was the one that we did on purpose. So we actually are, like, pretty solid. We're actually rolling overall pretty well. Fucking unlike Buckshot Roulette, where we just fucking drew pocket twos all in, like, 10 times in a row. Alright. Built a ship. It's a seed. Chosen and trained. Turning this game into slam poetry. To control the ship, I created an artificial intelligence, not human, but made to think and feel like one. Because only. Anyway. Alright. Cool. Hibernation. Systems check. And also the jams. Cool. What do we got here? Oh boy, wow. We roll another just absolute shit show. But we've already done that, so we don't need to do it again. Although it is an interesting trade-off because it's like, okay, let this stuff get all fucked up by visiting 35 or so planets and having a bunch of people die on the journey, but getting an awesome planet. Is that better than landing on a shitty planet with all this stuff perfect on the literal first planet? So that's kind of an interesting thought experiment, and I've had it go a bunch of different ways in the time that I've played this game. So, but we're gonna go long distance here. We're gonna go the distance, quote unquote. Pardon me, I'm gonna eat a piece of chocolate. Alright, this is a no. Another just awful, awful, awful planet. We'll just start making different choices for fun. We're definitely going to pass through the disc. We got another upgrade for free. I'll take it. Decent, except for the lack of freaking water, which kind of is important. We need that. Whew. Move on. And even when all hope is gone, move along, move along. Dense star-forming nebula. You just use the scanners to navigate. You can tell that the gravity scanner will be damaged. We just freaking upgraded that. So, screw it. And we lost some cultural database. You know, you were just making a cultural statement. I was just making a cultural statement. So we got a non-breathable atmosphere. No. Ooh. Far from the nearest star, the AI spends some time admiring the cold beauty of the Milky Way, as revealed by its navigation sensors, before returning to hibernation to wait for its arrival in the next system. I want a Milky Way. Not looking great. Alright, we got another upgrade. How about temps, if you will. So we've got the cultural database is under threat again. Unfortunately, I think this is a situation where we're going to try using the probe. And oh no! Oh no! Oh, we are so screwed. Oh no. That was about as bad as it gets, homies. Oh, we are fucked. So, you know, 70% of humanity's cultural knowledge is now gone. So, all that's left over is like Cuneiform and the song Brick House. And just there is no culture other than that. Seedship, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, we're so fucked, man. We're so fucked. Oh, that sucks. Oh man, okay. One of the gas giants is almost large enough to ignite as a star, and it smolders with faint red light. So a corrosive atmosphere, probably not a great place to live. Just gonna put that out there. According to some sensors, would mean changing course and arriving at a new system. I think we're gonna stay on course. And we just lost fucking more of the scientific database. So basically, these people are probably going to survive, and then they're just going to be dumb as fucking rocks. and have no culture. So, you know, they're, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we have to, like, attempt to make a landing here, unless this is a really, really bad one. Unstable moon, great. Unstable geology, great. Mediocre plant life, and that's it. Okay, fuck it. Let the construction system fail. Fuck it. You know what? This can't get any fucking worse, and we fucking did horribly again. I guess lesson fucking learned, never ever ever do that. Never do the surface probe option, because the risk is just too high. Now we're gonna be stupid, and we're not gonna be able to build a colony, so almost guarantee this is gonna be a failed colony when we attempt it. Also, no atmosphere. Boy. Down here in the atmosphere, garbage and city lights. Alright. I hope you remember me when you're homesick and need a change. Alright. Fuck it. I don't know. Atmosphere scanner. Save the sun. Oh my, what is happening? What is happening? Oh no. Oh no. I don't even know what you do here. Do you even it out, or do you just double down on one of them? Oh my god. I don't think we can afford to lose any more culture. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh, this is awful. This is so bad. Hi Tari. You're literally standing in front of the screen, bro. Can you maybe, like, hang out in a way that's, like, not in front of my screen? Thank you. Thank you. Ugh, guys, this is so bad. This is so bad. Alright. I think we have to try again. Outstanding ugliness. Okay, poisonous. Dangerous. So... yeah, no, you might as well just literally dump all 1,000 colonists, like, directly into the ocean. Like, no, we're not doing that. Alright, we have to let something fail. I guess we'll let the one fail that we have not upgraded. Alright, we're actually starting to roll decent planets now, which is kind of funny. And once again, I kind of want to, like, put these people out of their misery. Poisonous plants. Let's just let this one go. Holy crap, man. This sucked so bad. Because it doesn't matter, like, no matter what we do, the colony's probably gonna fail. Alright. Forests of tall alien plants stretch hundreds of meters into the pale blue sky. They named their new world Hephaestus because of its plentiful mineral resources. Oh boy. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of the Seedship's damaged construction robots. They can leave the ship wearing minimal breathing gear and light clothing in the comfortable temperatures, but breathing gear failures lead to 42 colonists asphyxiating. That's great. Doing great. They harness some of the planet's agile native animals as beasts of burden, making the work in the low gravity less awkward. They build their settlement near a river that flows into one of the planet's oceans, which provides all the water they need. A storage failure leads to the colony's food supply being contaminated with the poisonous native plants, and 388 colonists die. Great. The badly damaged scientific database means we have to reinvent much of the, where did I Technology needed to make use of them. The colonists transitioned to a technology based on sophisticated stone, wood, and bronze tools. Oh dear. Yeah, wow. Badly damaged cultural databases managed to reconstruct some information. The losses sustained by the colonists make building a new society more difficult. The colony develops into many small states, which exist in a state of constant warfare. What remains of the cultural database is lost in the conflicts. There you go, folks. 0. Wow, we actually, colonists live in stone-walled buildings and stone-walled cities with buildings sealed against the planet's harsh environment. Beside rivers flow to the oceans, cities are dominated by barracks, housing their vast armies, which regularly attack other cities. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, so we got warring states, which is a 0. You get a 0 for warring states. I am genuinely actually shocked that the colonies survived at all. Because that was a very bad sky. I don't think we had a chance. Because you're not going to get a good culture. A huge part of your score is culture. And you know, when the thing was so low, you weren't going to get a great technology level either. Honestly, Bronze Age was probably the best roll you could get from all of that. So yikes. All right, that was bad. That's bad, y'all. That one we actually, but I mean, you know, we absolutely got fucked on rolls like 3 times in a row. One more, because I can't stop. I forgot. This game is like surprisingly kind of addicting because you just kind of want to see. And honestly, so this game also, we have not seen any of them yet, but this game actually has quite a few what I would call like random events, like just random scenarios that are like very, very rare drops. There's like one, we probably won't see it tonight, but there's one where the AI discovers that one of the colonists, one of the frozen colonists is actually like the world's worst dictator from back on Earth, and he like managed to sneak onto the Seedship and plans on like reforming his dictatorship as soon as they land, and you get to choose whether or not to like basically just kill him. So that one's fun. And I forget, there's a few other ones. There's one where you like find like a giant Dyson sphere, and I think there's one where you meet like space aliens and all kinds of craziness. Some of those are very, very rare though, so you have to play for a while to find all of them. But anyway, systems check. Chickity check. Microphone check. Chickity check. Microphone check. Okay. What do we got? Nothing. Another long journey through the void. Oh boy, we're already fucking getting shit fucked up. How about landing and construction? We didn't just go through that last time. This planet's orbit is at an angle to the system's ecliptic, suggesting it might be an extrasolar capture, or the victim of an unimaginably violent primordial collision. Moving on. Move it on over. Move it on over. Rogue asteroid. Oh boy. So once again, scientific or cultural. Screw it. Yep, that's the entire Beatles discography right there. Is just gone. So, boy, it's happening again. Decent roll, but that gravity is a problem. I think we're gonna try the surface probe and see. Edible plants. Fuck it. Alright, one more. One more. Cornucopia. Crushing gravity means they can barely move without mechanical assistance. Partially completed buildings collapse. Farm the floating vegetation. It's another planet-wide ocean, so that's fun. Planet is rich in blah blah blah. Maintain a level. Attempt to build a democratic capitalist society, pawn of wealthy corporations. So, did this shit again. Still, I mean, that's an 8200. That's not a bad score. Information age. Corporate rule. I just got kind of frustrated because we had lost the cultural database again, so I kind of want to re-roll that first one. Now, if they could make this game and then like somehow combine it with like Balatro and Slay the Spire, that would be the real bee's knees. That would not make a good home for the human race. Allow it to hit the sleep chambers, allow it to hit the site. You know what? Fuck those colonists. Wow. And that was about as bad of a roll as you can get off that. So, great. So, we'll see if that is a problem. Avoid the comet. Okay, fine. Yep, water scanner. That's fine. Alright, get a little bit more music going. Moving on. No water, no resources. How about no? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Temperature. Change course. Yep. We've rolled positive on that one, I think, every single time tonight, so why not? And it is toxic. Oh. Spend some time the Seedship awakens to find an unexpected power drain in the scientific database. Spends some time searching with its internal scanners and eventually finds the source in what should have been empty space inside its own structure. Nestled inside it are 32 sleep chambers that are not attached to the main colony module or mentioned in the ship's design. It seems they were added to the ship secretly before its launch and plugged into its power supply. The chambers seem to have been built hastily and are now failing and draining more power than before. If they continue to operate, they could cause severe damage to the scientific database. Use a surface, so I can eject them, just kill them. We can drain power, or use a service probe. Fuck it. Carefully maneuvers them to the colony module with the rest of the sleep chambers. It is difficult work, and the strain irreparably damages the probe. But it eventually succeeds in linking the chambers to the main stasis system. Seedship continues on with 32 new colonists in its care. That's a pretty rare one, too, is actually gaining some after we've lost so many, so I'd say that was definitely a good roll there. This one's actually not bad, but I think we're sort of committing to a longer game here, so let's keep going. I would say change course to avoid the damage. We're not really benefiting from a ton of upgraded scanners anyway, so I think it's fine to just kind of punt and re-roll. Play a little Katamari re-roll. No. Gravity. Defying gravity, perhaps. Fuck it. I don't want... And we lost culture database anyway. Yeah, man. Yeah, so when the colonists land, they're going to have no idea how to have barbecues. That cultural knowledge has been lost. Oh, fuck. Okay. We've got moderate, oceans rich, and a marginal atmosphere. Oh boy, we are really rolling well on planets tonight. This almost never happens. See what we got. And of course, I'm gonna say no because we've kind of done this ending already. This is such a great roll, and like it's gonna be very hard to find one better than this, but I kind of want to just take it as far as we can take it, and we'll see. Sensor readings are unclear. There may or may not be, so we'll change course. Readings never become clear enough to reveal whether the course change was necessary. Don't care. We're trying to play it safe in the medium going. Possible structures, electromagnetic activity. Hi, Peter. My kitty came in here. Alright, we have to let one of our scanners fail. Just like the movie scanners. I'm going to say resources. Yikes. Wow, scan failed. But we're preserving probes to help with that later on. So, move on. I'd say we'll hit atmosphere next. Okay, we're not fucking doing that shit again. It's actually not a bad roll, but we can do better. Oh, hello. This is one we haven't seen yet. Several planets, moon, and asteroids are marked with colonies or industrial sites. Target planet itself is covered in teeming cities. Spacecraft launches from the planet on a chemical rocket flame and begins burning into an orbit that will match the Seedship's course. It beams a radio at the Seedship that sounds like it contains language, but the AI cannot make sense of it. Reply with an interspecies greeting and allow the craft to match course. I'd say let's do it. Okay. The Seedship's builders gave it an interspecies greeting it could use to open communications with intelligent aliens, a pulsed series of prime numbers, establishing intelligence, followed by a diagram depicting human figures explaining the Seedship's mission and its peaceful intentions. The AI transmits this now in response to the approaching craft's radio signal. The two ships begin a slow back-and-forth process of attempting to establish communication. Meanwhile, the alien ship comes alongside. A hatch opens in the side of the alien ship and several creatures in bulky spacesuits emerge. They float over to the Seedship and clamber around its surface, chattering incomprehensibly over their radios. Some of them begin attempting to open a maintenance panel covering the temperature scanner. Let the aliens investige the temperature scanner. I think this game has some typos in it. I think that's probably investigate. Okay, let's try it. Whoa. As the alien ship pulls away, it finally transmits a message that the AI is able to partially comprehend. The aliens have deciphered part of the Seedship's greeting and have replied with a brief introduction to their own species' culture. The greeting manages to convey that the aliens wish the Seedship luck with finding a home for the human race around another star, but that a human colony would not be welcome in their system. Oh boy, there you go. The AI scans the sky for another target planet and moves on. So we did actually get a cultural bonus score here, and I mean 1% damage to the temperature scanner. That's fine. So I'd say that was a net positive. So we've got a failed scan, and only one anomaly detected. Ooh, and a ultra cool dwarf star. Moving on. Nuclear power plant has lasted far longer than the civilization that created it, but it is now beginning to fail. While the ship is near a star, the solar panels still provide as much power as the systems need, but in deep space, fluctuations, causing worrying malfunctions throughout the ship. Between stars, the largest drain of the power supply comes from the sleep chambers. The Seedship calculates that shutting off 65 sleep chambers would take enough strain off the power supply to allow the ship to continue running. Saving all the colonists would mean allowing the failing power system to damage other parts of the ship. So I think by far the worst thing we've had so far is the loss of colonists, so I think we have to save them at any cost. And holy shit, we really got fucked. Put the AI offline for millennia at a time. Eventually the power supply stabilizes the resource scanner, blah, 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 blah. Sure, they're no longer draining as much power. So the ancient power plant is sufficient once again. So, yeah, we got screwed. We got screwed real bad. So we're now failing scans all the time. So let's just keep going. And at this point, there's no point in upgrading scanners that are going to be failing most of the time. So I would argue we'll just upgrade temperature. The AI is jolted awake by a malfunction warning. One of the surface probes is activated unexpectedly. Perhaps the chance encounter with cosmic radiation tripped something in its electronics, or perhaps a flaw in its manufacture finally manifested itself. Whatever the reason, at any moment the probe's drill or engines could come to life. If this happens while the probe is still docked to the ship, it is likely to damage one of the other systems. So this is basically a choice: do you lose a probe or do you let it damage something else? So, no, thank you. Sensors bristling as it tries to scan the planet where there is none. Alright, so we are... It's actually not too bad. We'll try it, and that's the other thing, is because the scan has failed. Oh no, I guess the, I'm actually not sure how that works. If you upgrade a scanner, does it still work 100% of the time to filter out bad results? I actually don't know the answer to that. But there are dangerous animals. Ooh, Mesolithic collective rule. Complex social behavior, sophisticated sewing tools we have to develop. This is provided to countless small tribes, most of which are ruled collectively by its members and live in peace with one another. Okay. It's actually not the worst. But, you know, we can do better. Also, the planet has no resources, so we'll definitely be fighting over that lack of resources. Hi, Tari. What are you doing, buddy? Alright. Move on. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Alright, we're just gonna take the hit to the colonists. That sucks. Possible structures. Let's keep going. Alright, we're just gonna buy probe. Damn. We got an ocean. Fuck. Alright, we'll try it. Unstable. God damn it. Alright. Moving on. I guess we'll just see what it does to the resource scanner. The resources scanner will be damaged. You know what? Who cares? It's gonna fail most of the time anyway. Damn, that is 2 greens. So let's find out. Okay, so yeah, so that is worth noting, that it does not guarantee, if the scan fails, then it's just straight up, it's just a random roll, and it's not affected by the scanner upgrades at all. So that's fun. Barren moon, edible plants, animal life. Ooh, Iron Age benevolent monarchy. Alright. Planet-spanning civilization. Seems that there's no part of the planet untouched by the native civilization. Fuck it. Let's go for it. Honestly, I'm enjoying this enough that I might actually stream this game again. Because there's enough variety in this game that it's actually not not bad. I was not expecting to stream this game for 2 hours. That's actually pretty awesome. All right. The damaged landing system cannot completely control the seed ship's descent. Suffers some damage when it final colonists wake from their sleep chambers and survey their new home. The seed ship is quickly surrounded by a crowd of wary natives. The two species manage to achieve communications, and the colonists learn that the natives call their planet Canaan, or Canaan. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of the blah blah blah. Keep the newcomers under careful guard, but also help them by setting up temporary shelters and clearing the land. They can leave the ship without breathing gear. Wearing light clothing in the comfortable temperatures, they can move easily under the Earth-like gravity. The colonists farm native plants for food, taking pressure off the amount of water so they can condense from the atmosphere. Interesting. That is only one red is the water supply. As they construct the colony's shelters, humans and aliens try to establish communication. The humans are guided by the wealth of historical information, but the natives' culture makes them cautious of accepting the immigrants. The natives grant humans asylum on their planet, but the refugees become an immigrant subculture within the alien civilization. The cultural database contains a treasure trove of history and culture from both Earth and alien cultures the seed ship encountered on its journey. The losses sustained by the colonists make it more difficult for them to preserve their culture. The growing human community retains a strong sense of its identity and history, and human influences enrich the native civilization. Okay, alright, that's not the worst thing in the world. The natives, colonists work together to translate the seed ship's scientific database into the natives' language. The new scientific theories spread rapidly through the natives' population, and within a matter of decades, the civilization has advanced. The natives adapt 19th century Earth technology and undergo rapid industrial revolution. Okay, alright. The Industrial Revolution is, notoriously like a really, really good thing that helped a lot of people, so, I can only hope that good things happen next. Nice. Alright. The colonists live in their own communities within the native smog-filled industrial cities beneath the planet's open sky, gathered on water production plants. The cities are built around royal palaces from which beloved monarchs rule the population wisely. At the seed ship's landing site stand monuments to the 343 colonists who did not survive the journey and the seed ship AI that guided humanity to its new home. Yeah, we only managed 16 planets this time, and we still managed to 9,200. That's not bad. Immigrants, rich hybrid culture, industrial technology, yeah. And we didn't lose anybody. After landing. So it's honestly not bad. That's, I think, our second highest score so far. So that's actually not, given how bad of a roll we had on the scanners, that was actually not bad. Yeah, so yeah, overall we did 7 playthroughs tonight. And yeah, I'd say really only 2 of them went really horrible, and obviously one of those we did on purpose. It's funny that our very first score is definitely, of the good scores, our first score was the lowest, is when we landed in Fallout World. We landed on Ocean Fallout World and ended up enslaving everybody. That one didn't go so well. But, yeah, this game, super freaking cool, and it is literally, you can just Google it and download it for free on itch.io if you want to play. It's on, it's on the Google Play Store, it's on the, Apple App Store, all that stuff. It's free, and I mean, it's, I probably last played this game 2 or 3 years ago, but I mean, I don't know, I probably spent 20, 25, 30 hours probably playing it. I kind of played it obsessively a few different times, So, I mean, you know, for the cost of literally nothing, it's super duper not a bad game. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. I enjoyed that quite a bit. So, give me 1 second here. Trying to figure out if I want to play any other games or if I want to maybe just get a head start on going to bed. Oh boy. Yeah, this game is very cool. Yeah, it really is. It is a very, very cool game. And I mean, you know, if you're gonna make a text-based game, yeah, you'd better be like a talented writer, and that dude really is for sure. His writing absolutely like makes it. So actually, tell you what, real quick. I am going to. This might take a second, but I just wanted to. We'll do a little sneak preview here. Because I think I am going to go ahead and log off for the night, but I've been working on my list of games that I would like to stream. What I've done is I have subdivided them into categories. Sorry, I gotta like format this a little bit. Okay. Can I go back to... Yeah, there it is. Cool. Yeah, so here's Notepad. Anyway, so I subdivided these into categories of like short games that could theoretically be done in like one stream. And just to illustrate, so some of these educational DOS games are going to be games like Spelling Blizzard, Treasure Mountain, and I forget. I think at some point I downloaded I legally acquired a dump of, I think, every Jumpstart game that has ever existed. So, you know, 90s edutainment is, you know, something that warms my cold, dark, cynical heart. So I enjoy those things quite a bit. So, you know, these are the short games. We've already done Buckshot Roulette, so, you know, we can do away with that. But some fun indie games on here, and actually we've already done Seedship. So, yeah, there you go. And honestly, like I said, I had enough fun tonight that I might stream Seedship again at some point, because I really had quite a blast. But, you know, just a bunch of, like, you know, just kind of interesting. These are, I think, pretty much mostly indie games. Obviously the DOS games aren't, but Zoombinis. I didn't know Balatro could be played for under 4 hours. Yeah, you know, fair enough. I want to say I have what? I have... how do I look at that? Hold on. Oh, right, it's the very last. Yeah, I have, last I checked, I had 91.4 hours in Balatro. So, yeah, fair enough. But it is sort of like, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna, like, go for insanely high scores, and I'm honestly not really that good. Like, I don't know. I've like, I can't even remember now, but I've made it like pretty far, like to like maybe the 11th or 12th blind like a few times, and that's basically as far as I've gotten. Like, I've not gone further than that, and I certainly have not unlocked everything in the game, so, you know, for the purposes of this, you know, a Balatro stream would be very much like pretty, like, you know, a few runs, and pretty much the end of that. And actually, Zumbinis. So Zumbinis is one, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to set up the original CD-ROM version of Zumbinis from like 1995. But there is also the remake that has been released on Steam that I also own. That's a little bit easier to set up and play. Balatro Bug didn't bite me as hard. Yeah, that's fair. It's I would say, you know, 91 hours, I would say it maybe didn't bite me as hard as like some people who I think are probably just still playing it for hours every day. And especially now that it's been released on mobile, people are just absolutely losing their shit. But it is a fun game. It's not, it's, you know, I sort of like it does, you know, it's a roguelike, so like there is quite a bit of replayability, but like, I don't know, with like most, you know, what I would call sort of like limited scope roguelikes, like, hey, at least for me, like, I just reach a certain point where I feel like not that I've seen literally everything the game can do, but I've seen like, you know, 95% of what the game can offer, and like, you know, you know, playing, you know, more and more and more and more to like get an extra 1% or whatever is just sort of diminishing returns. Deck building just isn't my sweet spot. No, that's totally fair. I know, you know, to be honest, I feel exactly that way about Slay the Spire. Like, it is an amazing game. Like, it is so good, and yet I just don't, like, it does not, whatever that is, it does not light up that corner of my brain the way it seems to for other people. I still enjoy it, but like, same thing. Like, I would guess I probably have, well, I can actually just tell you. I probably don't even have it installed. Maybe I do. If I had a penis, hey, I do. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, I have 4.5 hours in Slay the Spire. So, there you go. Ooh, and actually also, another, like, almost like, I would call it like proto, indie game that like nobody remembers, Euphoria, which is like a like really chill artistic RTS, is how I would describe it. It's also a super fun game, but probably would be a fairly short stream. But anyway, yeah, these are the short games. There's some super old Magic the Gathering games that were basically like proto Magic Arena that I think would be fun to boot up and play for like, I don't know, probably not much more than a half hour each. I will say, if you sort my library by playtime, the top played game in my Steam library is still Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. The third most played game is Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012. And my, like, 7th most played game is Duels of the Planeswalkers 2014. So I was really, really, really into those games a very long time ago. So it would be kind of fun to revisit them. I think the 2014 game, like, locked up at some point and, like, reset my file and then saved it to Steam Cloud, so all of my progress in the game was just erased. So I was very unhappy about that, and I don't think I ever like beat the game again. But Plague Inc., Papers, Please needs no introduction. These are more the medium kind of games. I really, really want to actually pretty much just do the rest of the Metroid series if I can. Prime 2 and Prime 3 would both be an absolute delight. Did I not put Galaxy in here? Interesting. Oh, yeah, because of the Wii. Anyway. Yeah, the Dark Forces remaster that came out, I beat that. That's only like I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hour game, so that's pretty quick. I just bought Bolt Gun in the Steam sale. I played like the first hour-ish of that. That looks really freaking good. I'd love to continue the Jedi Knight series. I didn't put a ton of things in the long category because honestly, I don't know that I really want to play insanely long, like 30, 40, 50 plus hour RPGs on stream, just because I don't stream that much. Like, I'm like struggling to hit once a week at this point. So like, it would take half the year to get through a game. Like, even a game like Earthbound, like would take like half the year. So, we'll see. Other ideas for streams. We've actually done quite a bit of these already. I would like to do some of these silly mods. The Mario, I forget the number, but it's like beta 31, 33 or whatever. But it's basically a, like, I don't know what you'd call it, pseudo-horror Mario 64 mod where, like, doors suddenly start not, like, opening to different locations. And anyway, it's like a maze. It's super fun. Galaxy series, I'm pretty sure I can, like, transfer my extremely legit, real, actual, honest-to-goodness, trademark Nintendo Wii system in here. I'm pretty sure it will work on this computer, so... and then, just some random other games that I jotted down that maybe might get done at some point. Cool and horrifying, yes. Yeah, Mario 64 in, like, a creepy context is, interesting. Anyway, you get the idea. That's a little, a little teaser of things to come. I'm always also open to suggestions. If anybody has something that they would like to share with me or like to see me play, I'm always open to that sort of thing too. So, reach out, all that good stuff. What else? Other news. I'm just gonna say this. 2025 for me is shaping up to be a year of, like, living my principles. So to that end, I have shut down my Instagram for one. Well, actually, I haven't, because it told me I have to wait before I can shut it down because I did a thing. But my plan is to basically really, really dial back the deviation notice presence on social media, because I don't like social media very much. I don't enjoy that part of content creation where you have to, like, constantly, like, advertise yourself all the time. So I'm just not gonna do it. And people can find my shit or not, and I really don't care that much anymore. It's not worth it to me so as a result, like those, in the previous discussion we already had about me dumping Spotify and probably dumping the distributor I'm using for the music. All that to say, my crap's out there. People will find it or they won't. And either way, it's gonna be okay, because I don't know. The phrase I keep coming back to is, you know what, I deserve better than this. Like, anyway. So, yeah, and we'll, I'll be back soon. We're gonna probably, I don't know, we'll do more music soon, probably, and I still think like sometime in the spring is probably a realistic goal for new music coming out. So we'll see. I don't want to make any promises, but I've been peeking through some very old files. I had a writing project that I was working on really 4 years ago. And that I just kind of like abandoned in place and haven't looked at since then. And then I was just thumbing through some of those old notes, and I was like, hey, this is actually kind of cool. And sneaky trivia is that most of the music that I use for the, this playlist that I have, that's all this like instrumental music I've written, most of this was written to like accompany that writing project. So, it's like, damn, I actually did a bunch of writing and like wrote a bunch of kick-ass music and never like finished that thing. So I'm not making any promises. I just, taking a look at it. And, yeah. We'll see. So Atari is up on my desk blocking my view of my monitor now, which tells me that it's probably time to go. So that said, I want to say thank you to everyone that stopped by. I have some footage of you performing a Sunflower song from one of those old projects. Oh man, okay, please send me that. I would love to see that. That sounds like that is a very good time. But yeah, all the homies that have been hanging out tonight, Moroku and Writing Gales and everybody else, appreciate you guys as always. I always appreciate when the homies stop by to say hi and hang out and experience weird games with me. So, all that good stuff. And I'll be back soon. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Hope your NFL team wins in the playoffs this weekend, because mine won't, because they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great time, and I will see you all around the corner, so to speak. Take care, y'all. Peace.